昨日のお酒美味しかった。
こちら C 班。
I think we're gonna dub this episode The Massacre. It's between the slaughter and the massacre. So I'm gonna say right here off the jump, a lot of ish went down this episode, and I don't know how much of it is true or not. I'm gonna talk about all of that in just a moment because, you know, I personally, I've told you guys before. If this is your first time here, hey, what's up? I'm Dom. I'm from the Otaku Room. But if it's not your first time, then I've told you guys before, like, I don't have any familiarity with Chainsaw Man. The only thing that I have when it comes to Chainsaw Man is literally just everybody who has gassed me up and hyped me up for this anime coming. I have a lot of mixed feelings and emotions about the anime. I don't think it's setting the world on fire. I don't think it's the next season's sliced bread. I think 𝐤𝐤𝐾 is a lot better. And if I had to choose, I would choose that one based on what I've seen so far. And that doesn't mean in 20 episodes, 10 episodes that I could feel different. I could feel different, you know? But at this moment, you know, I think my initial love for, and I think this has the most familiarity because of the demons and the summonings and things like that. This has the most overlap with Jujutsu Kaisen than anything else, and I think I prefer that still. Now let me tell you where I'm going here. I think this episode, let me say this: the thing that made me the most disappointed this episode isn't everybody just dying or potentially dying or getting effed up. It's the fact that Denji had the opportunity to lose his virginity, and I haven't been this disappointed in an anime character in forever. He had Himeno right there, ready to give up the goodies. This boy is 16 years old. You know what I mean? Like, take this in strides. You know, he's like, I'm gonna save my lollipop till Makima can do the 100 licks and get to the center. It's like, well, what if she never licks the lollipop? You know what I mean? What if she doesn't put the lollipop in her mouth? You know? What if she's just pretending to bite a lollipop? You have this moment right now, and you have the owl ready to find the center. So I think that's what made me the most triggered this episode, was just the fact that Denji didn't go through with this. Like, if you're gonna... You gave up your first kiss, bro. Just give up everything. There's nothing special to hold on to. You know what I mean? Like, I was very disappointed in that. Now, conversely, I was cool, or I thought it was cool of him to still just stay there and be very cordial with Himeno after that event. And even Himeno called him out, like, yo, why are you still here? Normal people would just, like, dip out. At the end, Denji's not normal. You know, he's a little effed up in the head. He's a little crazy. So, he just kind of goes on with, you know, it's all good. Like, I'm just saving myself, you know? And he doesn't sugarcoat it. He's just like, yo, I'm saving myself. So, in that moment, I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, for him to be a straight shooter, for him not to be embarrassed or any, he's just like, I'm saving my lollipop till Makima can lick it. Cool. I like that. I like that about Denji. I'm still very disappointed in that. And even come to find out later on in the episode where Himeno basically gets eaten up by the demon, it's like, yo, you lost your chance forever, bro. Even if you change your mind tomorrow, that's it. She gone now. Damn. So that made me the most mad. All right, let's talk about the rest of the episode. So we're dubbing this one the slaughter. We're dubbing this one the massacre. And basically, the episode kind of goes through a bunch of devil hunters, essentially, seemingly working for the gun devil, I guess. Maybe he's like the big boss. Maybe he's like the Yakuza head at this point. You know, maybe people are working for the gun devil in some way, shape, or form. There is certain fiends out there, it seems, that are very similar to Denji, who have not been taken over by a demon or a devil, but have merged with them, potentially. These fiends could also be similar to Power, to where they're just able to, they're not just monsters, they're able to think and cohabitate and all this other stuff. So it's either there's similar people out there to Denji, or there's people out there. There's a lot more people out there similar to Power. Regardless, there's fiends out there. And then, based on this scary girl, right, this girl who appeared as well, there's people out there like Aki and others who have contracted with devils, or she could also be a fiend and contracted through a devil. So there's a lot of shit that could happen. But essentially, we have all these devil hunters, and we go from scene to scene. First, we start off with Makima, getting hit on the train as she was going to Kyoto, getting shot in the head, and along with whoever the hell else was with her. The thing with Makima is we know that she's not right based on her eyes, right? The anime made it a point to show us her eyes. So she ain't just human. She's something else. You know what I mean? So I have a feeling that even though she got shot in the head, she's going to be okay somehow. Then we transition to the next scene, which is Kobeni and I forget what the old guy's name is, but Kobeni and the other guy, they were helping some old lady. Old lady was a devil hunter as well. They get shot up. Will Kobeni and the other dude live? I don't know. For the moment, they look D-I-E-D dead. Died? D-E-A-D. Jesus, I can't spell it. Died. Died. They died, okay? Or potentially. So we don't know if Kobeni and the other guy, lived or not, whatever. Then we transition to the weird dude talking about Yakuza and grandpas and Denji, blah, 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 blah. He talks to Denji. Denji Power. Himeno and Aki are there. Aki finally breaks out the sword. We had 2 episodes of him not doing the sword. Himeno, don't do the sword. It's gonna push down your life. Don't do the sword. He pulled out the sword. The sword is pretty freaking badass. Essentially, he drives 3 nails into somebody, and then at that point, a curse takes over and just annihilates them. This dude that he attempted to annihilate, though, didn't die. And then the very scary girl comes onto the scene, and I don't know if she revives him, what kind of voodoo magic she does, but that was pretty crazy. Then Himeno basically gives up herself to her ghost devil that she was contracted with, and she loses 1 limb at a time until she's completely defeated. The scary girl summons a snake. Himeno's gone. R.I.P. And obviously Denji got shot in the head too, but we know he'll be just fine. So a lot of stuff went down, even though so much was going down, I was, it's hard to put it into words. I kept saying like, oh shit, damn. I wasn't though like jumping off my seat. I wasn't being like, oh no, yeah, like I can't describe it, but like, there's a certain feeling that I've had when I've recently watched, the 𝐤𝐸𝐾 Zero movie, Dragon Ball Super, most recently, Bleach, Eminence and Shadow. There's been a lot of moments this season to where I'm like, every episode, I'm like, I'm in it. This one I was just watching, and I don't know if that makes sense because like, yo, of course, dumbass, of course you're watching, but I wasn't reacting. I was like, damn. I was like, dang. I was like, oh, poor Himeno. I was like, should have tapped that ass. That was like the pinnacle of everything that happened. I don't know. I just can't describe it, but it's definitely not like something that I'm like, oh, it's 10 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for me. I think that's where if I had to put a score on this one, 8 out of 10. Massacre is crazy. It's crazy seeing everybody be shot. 8 episodes in. Hope some of them live, because then the OPED has misled me a lot. I know Himeno's probably, super dead, but that sucks because she was one of my favorites. I love the Eye Patch Girl, so I guess we'll see what happens next, but let me know what you guys thought. Was this impactful? Were you jumping out of your seat? Were you screaming, hollering, hooting, crying? Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, as always. If you have nothing to say, throw me 8 emoji in the comments. Just let me know you watched the video. It helps out the algorithm. But damn. Could have got his lollipop lick, my friends. All right, see you in the next one. Peace.